All right, whoa, 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 whoa. Welcome to the all important LifeSite webinar section. If you can see my screen or you can hear me clearly, please use the question and comment box to tell me that you can see. And if you can hear me, I just want to get a yes as a comment that you can see my screen. Please, let's do that now. Let me know if you could see me. All right. Okay, great. I can see that fast rolling in. All right. That's Sam Talbot from Thailand. You're welcome. Michael, Maxine, Team, Perzo, Gle, Rushin. I'm so excited to have all of you in the room. Yeah, I'm doing great, Glenn. Yeah, we have a whole lot to do together. All right. So we already have. A whole lot of persons right in the room. I'm also quite poised to take you through the walkthrough of LifeSites to ensure that you get to have all you need to know so that you don't get stuck unnecessarily. You can get things sort out yourself and, of course, start monetizing, making up the most from your investment into LifeSite. All right, I can see Avrita Relan, I can see Darlene Osman, I can see Elizabeth J. I can also see Footly Bears. Forgive me if I do murder your name. All right, so let's keep it rolling. And I can also get to see, okay, I mentioned Blair. I can see Jack Wells, Bildon. I can see James Savage. I can see Kelvin Hanscom. I can also see Mary Hers. I can see Olivia Demers, Robert Jonar. I can see Stephen Jones, and there are much others rolling in. Please forgive me if I don't get to call your name, so that we'll just jump on this. Of course, most of us should be having the quiet time with family members, but we thought it wise to make up this few minutes of our time to get it on our investment into LifeSite. So today we'll quickly be looking at the entire walkthrough section of LifeSite. Okay, Mary Harris says sound keeps breaking up. Let me know if sound is good. That's the pretty challenge we have when we work with GoToWebinar. I trust this is good this time. And the network. Okay, sound is good. Glenn said so good. No selling there. Exactly, no selling. This is 100% engagement training with members of LifeSite, members only. Yeah, of course, no pitching, all about engagement, masterminding with one another, getting your feedback, and also getting back to the team and ensuring that we get the most out of it. Great. So going back what we have on our screen here, I want to say welcome to the Mastermind and Walkthrough Training. And of course, so quickly we're jumping through some of the areas we're looking at, the dashboard overview, of course, how you can go about customizations of your various website, how you can work with editing the builder, and the several options you have right inside there. We're also looking at how you can work with custom domain mapping, and of course, custom domain mapping, it's the most powerful function of the tool that will allow you to pick up any done for you solution there, tweak it around, customize it, and you can go ahead to sell it to your choice clients. And of course, you can have it to deploy in all of your solutions you want to. The journey to digital marketing, of course, starts with different investments into the activities. Most persons' digital marketing journey starts with owning a blog, others starts with building a list, others also delve into owning a website that sells a product or that sells a service. So LifeSite covers all of these areas for you. So depending on which area you want to, or of course, jumpstart on, you have DFYs that already made fit into that category, which you can just pick from and launch start your digital marketing services. And of course, we'll be looking at our Q&A. So going back to our dashboard overview, the purpose of this training, of course, is not just talk. We are going to get our hands dirty. That's it. So we're going to get over to the dashboard, get to play around with some tools right there, point, click, edit, so that you see firsthand how you can get things running for you with your use of LifeSite. So I'll be using a live account, practical live account in doing all of this so that whatever concerns you have, you can also raise it. If you also have challenges while using this, you can also share it. If we can fix it live on screen, we'll do so. If I have to relate back to the support team, I will also do so that they give it their required attention. All right, so let's jump onto the dashboard. So right on the dashboard here, I think I have screen up here. Great. So right on the dashboard here, I have a typical dashboard, which is exactly what you get to see. Now, depending on the done for you, which you build on or you select, you get to see different options you can play with. Now, if you look at the left pane, you have the create a new done for you site. You can also get to see your entire site. And of course, you can see our walkthrough videos right here. In creating your first account with LifeSite, usually it comes with a preloaded website for you. Like in this case, I have a preloaded website. If I want to view this, I can just place here my site. And if I scroll down here, I can say visit my site. If I choose to open this on a new tab, it's going to load that site for me, which is on the subdomain. All right. So once I go over there, once it loads properly, I'm going to check it out. And this is it. This is exactly how the site looks like. Now, this particular done for you, I can easily switch it to become a lead generating page for me, which I can use our live builder, expand some things here, take off some elements if I don't want them, and make it become just what I need. So like I said, we'll also be looking at that. But let's go ahead to say, let's start from afresh. Let's create a site together, get things done. First things first, when you come over to create new done for you site, if you go hit on create done for you site, you have several collections of templates you can work with. So whichever one that fits your choice of interest, whatever you want to work with. If you want to filter based on our template categories here, you can go ahead, see the done for you membership portals, the done for you agency, the done for you blogs, the done for you e-com stores, the done for you sales funnels, the done for you sales page funnels, the done for you affiliate promos, and the done for your review blogs. Or if you scroll down, you can view the entire collections and more collections, which will be adding and making it available to the choice collection. So let me get your feedback. Let me know which of the category you would want us to quickly play around with and touch in some tools, see a few of the customization, see how we can use our builder tool to play around with. The first 5 are reoccurring option is what we'll play with. So I'm going straight to the question box to get your feedback on this. So our first 5 reoccurring suggestions or opinion is what we'll go with right here. All right, so let me get on to the comment section. Let me see that. Okay. All right, Michael, you aren't seeing my screen. You're seeing my screen now. Oh, so sorry. I see my screen now. I never knew my screen wasn't showing. Too bad. Oh, so sorry. What we did, we went through the slide. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, good to know. So I never knew the screen wasn't broadcasting. So sorry for that. So right now you can see my screen right now, right? So right on the screen, there are, of course, I'm welcoming you to a mastermind walkthrough training. No hypes, no marketing, purely value training. And of course, I didn't mention this. At the close of this training, I will also be handing over a bundle of bonuses for all of you who made it live to this training. That's going to really be awesome. Of course, it's going to enhance your potential with your use of LifeSite, how you can further make more with your use of LifeSite. So now I did mention in the slide that we're looking at dashboard overview. We'll also be looking at customization angles. We'll be looking at editing with Builder, and of course how you can go about your custom domain mapping, which is one of the powerful tool that allows you to build just about any site, and you can resell it by giving it a custom domain which fits your client's needs. Yeah, so That's it. All right, Michael. Thanks for the appreciation. All right, so let's keep this going. So thereafter, we'll get over to our Q&A. So first things first, the dashboard overview, which got me into sharing my dashboard here. And in my dashboard right here, so what you can see, I quickly pointed out some elements and some menu flows that you already have on your dashboard that you can see right on the screen here. You can see create a new site, you can see all your site, and of course you can access your walkthrough videos. You can also drop a ticket for us on the support decks, and you can also click here to access all bonuses. So if you have issues with accessing all the bonuses that came along with our life site, you can click there to view it. On your left pane, you can see the menu to create a new site, which is relatively same with what you have here. You can also view your all site. You can walk through videos, the edit site content. Like I mentioned earlier, upon creating an account with LifeSite, automatically a website is created for you. So the first point of call is the website. I also did show, okay, I'll show that again, how you can view the site. Once you come over to my site, you come over to LifeSite over, it takes you to dashboard. You can see the post. You come over to LifeSites, visit LifeSite. So once you click on visit LifeSite, this is what you get to see, which is a preloaded page. In your own case, it could be a different template which is selected while setting up, right? So coming back to the dashboard here, you also have the medias, which has to do with your entire images, videos, and audios, which you are used in your content design. And we have a site menu, you have forms if you're interacting with form. You can also add users who have access to your account or other site which you've created. Of course, the white label tool is accessible to those in the white label category. Now we have our e-com tools for those who want to sell products. You can go about adding your products. You can go about receiving payment, processing payment, either upon delivery or getting processed through PayPal. You can also add products, get to see analytics of your products. You can also get to see other marketing options. And right inside your account, you also get to see some further configurations which you can do. So going first as a newbie, just like I got in one of the comments, all you need to do, you can come here, hit and create a new site, or you can come here, create a new done for you site. So if you do hit on that, it's going to bring you to our several template collections, which you can pick from. We have categories ranging from the membership portal, the done for you agency, the done for you blogs, the done for you e-com stores, the done for you sales funnels, the done for you squeeze page funnels, the done for you affiliate promos, the done for you review blogs. So this is where I actually was before I got the notification that some of you you're not seeing my screen shared. So at this point now, I repeat the question. I want to get your suggestion among the categories here. Which among these categories would you want us to quickly pick and quickly play around with the customizations and builder so that you know where some tools are, you get to know where to find some elements to get on with your designs, and of course do that for your prospective customers. All right, so the first 5 suggestions I will get in the question box, any of the recurring categories, that's what I will go with. So this is actually live practical, live training. So whatever you say is what I do. Okay, great. All right. Okay, I have here, Michael talks about adding products, selling a product page, and I have Team Perzo talking about business coaching and consulting. I have Elizabeth talking about physical product. All right, so in my count, selling a product, which is more about e-com stores, is leading. All right, I have that reoccurring. All right, any more suggestion? Okay, we're still pointing to products, product. Okay, right, so that's it. Let's jump then into product so that we quickly get our hands on it. All right, so product takes it all. Let's go over to a category and see if we could just have anything template we can work with on product. I have brand store and I have switch shop right there. I have plan shop. Let's see which of it we can go with. Okay, whichever one you want to work with right now. Let's say I can just come over here and hit and select. So let's go over here. If I hit and select right now, you see how this other option which you can preview. Let's go back so that it guides you in your decision making. Don't just jump into it because I am already familiar with the structure. You can do this first while selecting which of the template you want to work with. I'm going a step backward. So under right down for your ecom stores, I want to preview this. I just click on it. I want to have an idea of the design flow. If it does appeals to me, and if it does appeal to my client, what my client will want to see, or what he would appreciate for a design. So the preview gives me an idea what is coming up. So let's give it some time. We have the sweet tooth here. It's loading all the medias up. So while that is loading, I can just preview it and see if this does meet what I want. So I go up there, I can see my products, can say place your order here. And I have I think I have more design coming up here. It's loading. I think my network is a little low. So once you hit and place order here, if this is what you're selling, you can place order here and it should take you to your checkout button, which will allow you to process payment and add products. That's it. Why the other option right here, it's what we selected area, which is the brand store pro. I can just hit on template as well and see how it loads. If it does meet what I want, then I go with it. Okay, so this is coming up. Once it loads, we should find our entire collections of product here. So I think this also serves the need of most of us right here, being able to have variety of products and all displayed on your store, right? So we can also work with this. So whichever one we choose to work with, if it's this first one or this other brand store, let me see, is there a suggestion there what we should work with, or I just choose the one I want to work with? Okay, someone already mentioned I like the brand store pro better. Is this recorded to be available from our dashboard? Okay, I'll check if it's recorded. Then I'll show that for the time being, we'll ensure we add more value to this. So let's work with the first one right here, which is the first suggestion. So once I come over here, I hit and select. So my select, for the purpose of the webinar, I'm going to be having this as webinar. So it's more like a webinar store, but you could have it as whatever store you want to have it. If you want to focus on wristwatches, if you want to focus on sunglasses, if you want to focus on footwears, if you want to focus on just about any collections of product, whatever product specialization you want to have, you can use it there. Or if you have a store brand name you want to work with, you can use it there. So I can just say webinar store demo, right? Then my URL will become webinar.lifesite.net. Now, what happens with LifeSite is it checks around the entire server system to ensure that no user is on the subdomain webinar.lifesite.net. If any user exists, it's going to prompt you that the subdomain address is not existing or is right existing. You should choose something else. So let's see if we're at site if it does exist. Right, so that's coming up. Forgive me for my low network. Right, great. So once it's created, you have two options here. You can go straight to visit your newly created website, which is Webinar Install, or you can go straight to launch into your dashboard. So in this case, I want us to go straight to a dashboard so that we get to play around with the tools that are available for this particular website. Great. So Right now, it's the dashboard to our newly created site. And if you look at it, the website at the URL level has changed. It is now webinar.lifesite.net. I can share that URL to you and you can access the front end of the website. Now, if I want to access the front end of the website, all I need to do is come over here and hit on visit site. I can also say visit store. So if I hit on visit site, it's going to open this to me. So I'll have my site loading right here. So that's coming up. Now, if for any reason you want to toggle around all the websites you have, coming over to my sites here, you can see the first site, which came as a result of the account which I created, and the subsequent site will be listed right here. So depending on the number of sites, it could be 10, 20, hundreds of websites. You have all of them listed here, and you can always point to them, always come to the dashboard when you want to do any customization or any editing that pertains to that particular website. So that's exactly what you get to see right here. So if right away we're on the dashboard to webinar store, which means any customization, any modification I do right here will be that which will be affected on this newly gotten site, right? So let's see how to play around with some of the tools here, right here. So on your site here, you have the option to edit the site content. Now, if you come over to edit the site content, it tells you the number of pages that powers this your site. Now, on the number of pages, you can see what we call the front page, where you can, of course, modify everything you see around here, the placeholders. You can also get to see the what we call my account page. That is, whoever purchases from you, what they get to see. You can play around this area. You can also see the checkout page. You can also see the cart page. So whichever aspect you want to play around here, you can go ahead to play right there. And if you come over to the section right here, there's a section looking for, okay, that's it. If you come over to the front page here, you can come over to the front page right there. So that's coming up. Okay, so on your front page right here, if you do click out of it, you have an option to edit your site. So we have the launch site live builder if you want to work with this, or if you choose to work with Elementor builder. So whichever of it that is more friendly to you, you can work with. Now, if I choose to work with the launch live site builder, once I select on that, I'm going to wait for it to launch into the live builder itself. So I'll play around the live builder. If it is friendly, I'll go ahead with it. If it is not, I can try the other builder option we have right inside there. Okay, so that loads it up. So it's going to come up with our various elements, our drag and drop elements that we can play around with. Okay, that's fully loaded. So what this means is, if I do select here, I can see I can point and select any of the elements and edit whatever I want to edit. So let's say we are walking around the functions we have here. If I point and click this, it's going to pop this up for me. And of course, I'm going to see what to edit. I have the first prefix winter collection. So this could be a, here could be summer collection. If I want to change that to what it is. Again, I can put this aside here to see what I'm doing as it's reflecting. Then you have introducing new arrival. So you could see it there, introducing new arrival. So you could just still leave that because it's introducing new arrival. If that does fit what you need, you can leave it that way, introducing new arrivals. And on my content right here, I can just go ahead and say, here, your best fit, go to fashion collectibles, jumpstart. All right, so let's have like that fashion collectible jumpstart. So whatever I have here, I can go ahead, add as much text I want to, whatever content I want to use to market, to sell my brand, to sell, uh, of course, market my first time visitor. However, my customer journey wants to be, it all starts here. So I could go write all the blah 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 content I want, and once done, I come over here and hit and save. All right. So once that is saved, I've already succeeded in editing the content. So whichever one you want, if you want to work with the collections right here, you can see view collections, which has to do with the menu. You can also inspect each of these elements to get to see where contents are hiding, the other contents which you can reveal and play around it. So I can also come over to image and content. I could also play around with style. If I come over to link right there, so on my link, you can see on the link we have the view collection, which is what we have here. So if I hit on view collection, where should it go to? So if I say view collection, you can have it select your product page. So if you have your product page right there, you could just click on it and it brings it up. So if it's working, if it has to do with your product and jeans, these are just photos. Of course, you need to check your product page URL and drop it right there. So you can say viewer collections, or you could just type just about anything you want there. And once you're done, you must have successfully set the right parameters right there. But for not having any content, I can just leave it there and hit and save. So each point you click, you see the editable section which you can work with. Now on this aspect as well, you have the entire sliders right here. So if I want to work on this, I can also pick on it, change the dimensions. I can also come into advanced and see the elements which I can adjust right there and do my adjustments. All of these sliders which you can work with. You can also see the view collections. I can also come over to see the free shipping content right there. I can also come over, check my separators, but you can leave them default the way they are since it already sends out a nice photo image. I can also come over here, select whichever photo I want to select. If I want to pick from the media library, I can just go ahead and select whatever I want to select there. And once I apply that, I hit and save. You can see I've before I save this up right there. So I have the image showing right there. So I can also take it out and make a background of my setup right there. So I could have it set up right there. I can also resize whatever I want to resize. Now coming over to the product sections right here, if you click on it, you notice here that this is a shortcode setup right here. So it picks the number of products you have. And now you need to populate your backend with the required products. So to populate your backend, so as what you have here reflects on what your true situation is, all we need to do is come back to our dashboard. So we can then come over and say we're going back to our admin section. So on our admin, you can choose to go back to dashboard, or if you want to customize what you have here, you can further go down there to customize it. Let's see, let me get to see some pointers, right? How do you use your existing domain with your software like .com, .net? Is that built-in editor? What do you have to do about domains? You have to buy domains each screen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead to answer that. Sounds keep breaking out. Oh, sorry for that. Sound is good here. Let's see. What do you have to do about domains? Okay, I'm going to be coming over domains. All right, so what I wanted to quickly point out in this section, it's about your global settings where you can switch your colors and pick just about any color, however you want to format your entire view here. You can go ahead to format it in your header section, changing your identity, changing your logo. So right here, I can come over, change my logo. If I have any other logo I want to use, I could come over there and use it. Let's see, can we use this as a logo? Is it too big? That's quite big. Let's see if it's going to accommodate it. That's quite big, so we can choose to crop it. Let's crop it this way. All right, so I'm cropping that. So I can crop that, use that as my logo, whatever you want to. Once you're done, all you need to do, hit on publish, and it's going to have the new logo option which you've selected for your site. I can still come back, check out my primary headers, functionality. I can scroll down, check out my layout. I can also check my primary menu. I can make any adjustment I want to make. I can also check out my configurations. Everything seems okay here, except for any reason you want to modify, you can go ahead to do so. Then you can come over to your footer, set your footer widgets. If none, you can also set your footer bars and make your corrections or adjustments right there. So if everything looks okay, I can then come over to my homepage settings. Everything seems okay. Then I can go back to my dashboard. So that's the aspect of customization I just had to jump into right there. So you can see the new logo. Of course, I did not prepare for this logo because it's an image with background. So that's why you are seeing that there. So once done with this, I can then come over and hit on done, hit on publish. All right, so once I hit on publish, all I need to do is come over to my webinar store, go to the top here, come back to dashboard. This time we want to go over to adding of products, just like others we're mentioning. So now coming over to our ecom product, I can come down to either my ecom tools, click on it, and it's going to launch me to the aspect where you get to see the home, the product, or I could just come straight down here to products, right? So I just want to get this off. So right here on my setup, I have my initial setup showing right there. You can come over to see your options parameters. Before you do that, you come over to settings. Now in your settings, you are giving instruction and feeding the data on how you want your products to interact. First, what your customers get to see is your address. So you need to populate your address for your customers, what they get to see whenever they make purchases of your product. Do you want to specify your selling locations? Do you want to use coupon in your product? You need to set up all of these. And what's your base currency? I can set my base currency to be in our United States dollars. So I select that, that becomes my base currency. So once you do that, hit and save changes. So this applies globally to your store. So again, you need to then come over to products. So on products right now, you're looking at what you specified as what we call the product, the shop page. Now you have several pages that we created. You can set here as a shop page. Now you can also note the shop page to be the same URL you can use at the point when we were customizing the section that says view collections here at this point. It's coming up. Let's refresh. At this point, the button here, view collections here. So at this point, view collections right here. You can now point it to your shop page. So you can also get to see the product link from this once you go over. Then you can say add to cart behavior, redirect or enable Ajax, placeholder image for. You can leave the other configurations the way they are here. Already you know that your shop page is where your product will show. You hit and save changes. All right, so next you need to configure is your shipping. Now, coming over to your shipping, you can define your shipping locations. A shipping zone is a geographical region. You can read about this and see the entire information. So if you want to add zones, like you want to add a zone, if it's within your city and you have a means of delivering to your customers within your city, of course, you can run an SEO right on your website or on Google or Facebook ads that can allow you to promote directly to your city so that you can offer them product delivery with free delivery charges, as in zero charges, since it's within your city. If you have a means of distributing the product whenever purchases are made. So if you have a vehicle or you have a third party delivery system that you can pay little service fees, say monthly, that will allow you to pick up your goods to deliver to your customers when they make purchases. So you could add the zone that are free shipping zones. You could add the zone which you could charge some extra bucks to get the products delivered to them. So you can state your zone right there. In stating your zone, you give your zone a name, you give your zone a region, and you can then add your shipping method. You can have a flat rate, you can add free shipping. You could also add local pickup. So if you add all of these, you can then go right hit and save changes. Now, the other aspect, of course, has to do with the purpose or the essence of you running an e-com store. You need to collect money, you need to process money, right? Now, you can also work with the options of direct bank transfer. If you select this, if you enable it right there, you need to come over here to set it up. Now, in setting it up, it's all about you stating your bank details, state your bank transfer, you give your description here. It says make your payment directly to our bank account. Please use your order ID as a payment reference. Your order will not be shipped until the funds have cleared in our account. You can give the instruction right here. Then you can go ahead to add account name, account number, bank name, sort code, IBAN, or the SWIFT code. So once you hit an add of these, you can add all of these details right there. You can add as much bank account as you want to, or you can remove any you want to, and you hit and save changes. Now, still on payment, you can also choose to go over the other options. So whichever option you want for your store, you can go enable it. You can also accept check payment. So take payment in person via checks. You can also do that. You can also turn on payment on delivery. If you also want to process card payment, then you can turn on PayPal standard. We'll also be enabling other payment method as time goes on. So let's say you're enabling your PayPal option. On the PayPal option, when you come over to set up, now you're expected to set up your title, put up your description. So all you have to provide it's your PayPal email. So you provide your PayPal email right there, and you enable your logs. You don't need to enable PayPal Sandbox. You come over here, state your receiver email, and of course, if you want to use automatic payment verification, once payment comes through, it should grant access to the account. You can also set that up here, which is the payment notification, instant payment notification system. All of these you can enable at the PayPal end. You can also see instruction right on this page how you can do so. And you can set up the shipment instruction and the payment action if you should capture it or authorize access to the product which they purchase. You can also state here your Life API username, your Life API password, your Life API signature, depending on which of the PayPal credentials you are using. If you're finding this confusing, we're also going to be offering our further advanced training that can take you, but this is going to be strictly for PayPal users. So once you have that set up, then you can start processing PayPal payment for your products. You can then come over to set up your account privacies. You can also check up your emails right here, what emails will be going out to your users, your customers. You can also check out the emails right here. You click on it, you can see the message that goes out to new users when they get to order your product, message that goes out when a product orders field, product is on hold, processed, completed order, refunds, and all of that. You can configure all of this. So all you need to do, just come here, hit and manage, and you're going to see the mail option, which you can play around with to edit the content and make it flow however you want it to flow. So you can see congratulations on the sale. You can edit just what you want to edit. Then you have the integration and advanced. So once you're done with all of the configurations right inside here, the next aspect of it is adding products. So you can come over to the product section right here. You can come over to all products. So on all products, you can see that all of those products are what we have here that came on default. You can see all the product right here on default, those are out of stock. Now, two things you can do. You can either select any of those products, edit them, like what we have here showing. I can come over to product, I can select this. That's coming up. Now, if you choose to work with this product, you can see here, this is sports shoes. And I'm going down, we have the sports shoes description, we have the regular price, and we have the price which is selling for. And we also have the short description about the product right here. You can add comment if there are product comment reviews, then you can see the product image right there. If there are product gallery, you can also add it up right there. Now, a few concerns you can give if you want to go towards the edit function. Now, if you choose to edit this to say, let's say your shoe is Nike shoe, all right? Now, if you rename this as Nike shoe, you need to come over here to rename the palm link so that it's going to reflect on this and take off the old product. So once you have the Nike shoe here and OK, it's going to generate a new palm link for you. So on that palm link, you can come over, stick blah, 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 this, you can go over to Amazon, eBay, Walmart to get some nice descriptions of product. Over into if you are on the aspect of it, you are considering mini importations, which has to do with drop shipping. So if it's mini importations, drop shipping, then you can just go pick up the product and sell directly. So once you drop your product description and still come over to categories here, if your categories don't exist, you can add it here, or you can come here, add a new category, and this new category could be, okay, we don't have anything on sports, you could just have something like sports and hit an add. If you hit an add, that adds it up so we can find our spots here, right? So if we select that, it means that this product will be on the category spots. You can then come over and add your image, whatever your image is. You can click this and it takes it up, and you can select as much product as you want to. If you downloaded the product, okay, let's see this, let's quickly Google an image. Let's take the time to do that. Like shoe. All right. Okay. Let's see, work with this. All right. While that is coming up, let's get to the image aspect. Just want to get an image. Okay, I think I like this, the way it shows. I can just open this on a new tab because I want to get the image that's coming up. So I have my image right there. I can just go ahead to save images. I can then have these as Nike shoes, right? Let's just drop this to my desktop, or Nike shoes, right? So come back to our edit point. I come over to upload files. I hit and select files. I go over to my desktop. On my desktop, we say Nike shoes, right? So I select that. I hit and open. Right, great. So we have a new night show coming up right now. Great. So I select that, hit set that as product image. So we've gotten that set up right there. If I have some text, I could go pick it up or pick some more content wherever I want to give my product description. And once I'm done, I can then come over here to say update. So once we update that, it's going to reflect. Now, the other option you can do is adding a new product. So the other option, we can just go ahead to say add new product. If you come to edit product, so instead of that, you can then come over here and say add new. So on add new, it takes you through the entire process. So in the entire process, I can go ahead, give my product a name, give my product a description, type it all there. I can also control the inventory, that which is in stock. I can also state my shipping. I also tell you about linking products, making products recommendations. That's what you do. We're linking products, having your product upsells or cross sells, and setting attributes to your products, and of course other flows and how you can set funnels, select a flow and add flow. Those are advanced training. So that will continue it on a subsequent training because that will be getting into the advanced sections of it, and we want to take it one step after the other so that we don't model up things and make it appear complicated. It's quite simple and an easier flow. So once you conquer the first flow, you get over to the next flow. So that's what we'll be achieving with the training section. So if I come over here to refresh this page, we should be able to see a new product. Great. So you see our new product has been added, and I can come over here to say I want to buy this product, and you're going to see the product should display right there. I can then come over to say add to cart. So once I come over to add to cart, I can view it. If I'm okay with it, I can then say add to cart, and it should take me to my view cart rather. So if I come over to my view cart, that should take me to the checkout page, right? So right here in the checkout page, if I had a coupon, I apply my coupon. If it's set, it's going to recognize it. And if I proceed to check out, I can drop this quantity to 1 and update my cart. You see, everything is really happening at real time. So if I drop it to 1 and I come over to proceed to checkout. So at the stage of my checkout, if I already have an account, I can fill it up and make my payment, or I create an account with my store. I can make the direct payment as was shown. I can also choose the PayPal option, and if I do so, I can then proceed to PayPal, and my said customer can then make purchases with PayPal, and the processes will be done. So I don't know. That's it. I hope that was nice enough. And let me get your feedback, and let's see how this goes. Okay, Michael, great training. Yeah. Uh, okay, Glenn. Okay, I get you. Go ahead, give wife a nice time. I will ensure that we have this a replay so you can get to see it. When we replay for this webinar B, I will try to see how to get it up. Hope you will have a good night. Okay, Glenn, thank you. How many images allow for product? So far, we have the limitations to the images as much as you use. I think for every setup, you have a limit to play with, about 50 to 100 gig thereabout. So everything depends. You need to optimize it so you don't just load images. When you have your images optimized, it also helps to the speed of your site loading, which will also help in converting your customers. Elizabeth says, what do we have to do about domains? Do we have to buy domains for each site? All right, let's apologize. I promise. Well, okay, go ahead, Glenn. Yeah, hey, yes, great training. All right, Michael, thank you very much. Okay, get it over to the domain. Now, let me play a little of how the domain system works. Now, if you want to get over to the domain, all you need to do, come over to your account right there. So on your account, you can get to see the configurations you have right there. Right, so in my account, the instruction is type in our choice domain you want to set up right here. You can make a purchase of the domain and set it and point it to the URL as well as to the domain. Now, It all depends about your personal branding. You can go ahead to use the subdomain, but if you are giving the site to a customer and the customer does specify a choice domain he wants to use, two things. You can either offer the customer to make purchase of a domain and give you access for you to do the linking. All you need to do, just like here says, point an A record. Let me show you. Say you work in an account like this. You bought this kind of domain. I want to work with this domain. I come over here. I drop the domain I want to work with. That's the domain. Now on this domain, if I hit on set custom domain, right there, it's going to, so this actually may take time to assess, but before I go ahead, I'm asked to point my A record to this IP. So I'll copy this IP, come over, assuming I got this from Namecheap, as I showed you in Namecheap. You can also do that with GoDaddy or whichever option. You place it on the basic DNS. If I come over to the advanced DNS settings here, I will see an option where I can go ahead to place a name record. So I can then come down here and say, create an A record. You can see A record right there. And the IP is this. You can go over to say, always follow the instructions that point an A record to the following IP. All right. So the A record points to that IP, and you also create a CNAME record on your domain pointing to the domain live site. So also create a CNAME record, right? So copy that in my host right here. I want to keep this at this. And we are asked to add another record called the CNAME record. If you scroll down, you have what we call the CNAME record. And at this point, I want to leave this here. And my target here, I'm keeping it as lifesite.net. So have it saved. So once you do this basic configurations, if you have a GoDaddy account, I can also show you how you can get this done on a GoDaddy account. If you get that done, you can then come over here to the set custom domain and hit on OK. All right, so you have successfully set this. You're going to allow it some couple of minutes for it to fully propagate before you can attempt calling this up on a browser to see if it's going to call your website. All right, so it's not calling the website for now, so we're going to give it some time and wait for it to call that up. Let's say, let me try this. But if you do it with a fresh site, that's diffwarian.com. All right, so that's it. All right, so it's still coming up. So once you have it fully propagated, then you have successfully linked up your domain. In a subsequent training, I'm also going to show you how you can get our #0 domains, zero pay domains, which you can use to set up your account. So you can see that right there. All right, so let me know your feedback. I got some few minutes to get off here, and of course share the bonuses. Thank you very much. All right, now, yeah, definitely we'll see how to walk and play right away. All right, so in the absence of any further question, I'm also going to be sharing the promised bonuses, so you can see our promised bonuses for all those who have stayed put in this training. All right, Crystal, domain pointing. Okay, I'm going to be talking on domain pointing. Let me know which of the domain providers you are using so that I'll be practical as much as I can to be sure you're getting it right. Now, domain pointing, let me quickly recap on that before I share the bonuses. Okay, Michael says it does like GoDaddy. They were having active GoDaddy account. Let me see. So if I can quickly show that. Over here, when, okay. But basically, setting up domain is just three-step process. You create an A record to the IP address shown here. you come back, create a CNAME record to lifesite.net, and of course, add your domain name which you want to. And once you hit on set custom domain, all of that will be handed to you. Let me see if I have any active account right here to play around with. I think I don't have, but of course I'm going to be sharing a subsequent training that will focus on that. I don't have any active training account right there. It's not a no active account. So I'm going to be sharing that and of course show you that as well. So sorry, my mic was cracking, so sorry. Okay, so far I have less than 3 minutes more to stay live on this call, and of course we're having a subsequent training. I want to keep this ongoing so that all members will be sure to have access. So from this training, I've gotten 3 pointers. iPage, some users use iPage, so how to use iPage account to point your domain to your live site, how to use GoDaddy to point your domain to your live site, and of course repeating on Namecheap. So I'm going to focus on this 3 area in our subsequent training. So keep updated and always look out for the mail that invites to our training. Right. Thank you very much, Michael, for your time. So right away, I'm also going to be sharing you our awesome bonus package for being live on this call. So you can go ahead and download that. It's a whole lot of awesome bonuses. In it, you have a full-blown product which you can use to build leads. And of course, you can also use it to create some more sales for yourself and drive some more traffic. If you consume the content of the product yourself, you can of course see how to monetize your content in it. Let me quickly review the content you have in the bonus I just shared. Opening these. Let me know if you've gotten access to it. All right, so we have the lifestyle webinar bonuses. You can see bonus number 1, monetizing and utilizing your websites. You learn all about how to increase your online earning with your new gotten sites. You can see it right there. In this package, you have articles, you have ebooks, you have email swipes, which you can use in promoting. You have graphics, you have sales page, and you have quiz page already on this, so you can download it right there. Also have the boost your website traffic. You can also see the collections right inside there. You have the ebook titles, you have the opt-in page, you have the sales page. So you can consume all of this content on your own. You can also sell out this content as your own product. Let me show you what we mean by this. Let's just say working with monetizing your website. So I open this up. So opening this, I get to the products. On the products, I have the squeeze page. Let me open one of the index file so you can see how it looks like. So this is how the index file looks like. Think if you have difficulty in using this product, I'm also going to give you a training on how you can link things up. So this becomes a squeeze page, the monetizing and utilizing your website, free download. Would you like to instantly know all there is to know about monetizing and utilizing your website? You can. So with this, you'll be building leads. If a user provides a username, his name and an email address, you'll be linking this up with this product so that they can download. So if it does goes for that offer, you certainly will be linking up with the product you have here. You have the first ebook, so you can give up this ebook. You can see the content of the ebook right there. So you have it monetizing your website and all you need to know about monetizing your website. So this is a premium content which you can have. And coming over to the product right here, it also comes with a product sales page. It comes with email swipes, which you can use if you don't know what to write about the product. You can use the email swipes to convert Now on our sales page, we have the index one, index two, and the thank you page. Now this is how the our sales page looks like. You can read about the product right now. If you choose to sell it, you can sell the product at your choice price, and you can link this up to our PayPal. I'm also going to show you how to achieve this if you have any difficulty trying to use the product. But so far, go through it, study it, and I believe you'll get the most from it. So once again, I want to say thank you for making it to our live webinar training for LifeSite, and of course we'll be doing more in this training, trying to reach out to ensure that everyone gets the most from their use of LifeSite. All right, Hex, thank you very much. Will there be a replay? Okay, we'll try to see how to get a replay. Thank you for the bonuses. You're welcome. All right, so let me know in our scale of 1 to 10, what do you say about the webinar so that we can improve further and see how we can get to do more to empower as much members as we can. All right, all right, all right. Thank you for giving us a 10. Thank you. Though we make mistakes sometimes, but thank you for giving us a 10 plus. We appreciate Michael. All right, Elizabeth, my webinar was great. Thank you. Need lots of hand holding. All right, team, we'll get to do all of that and ensure you get the most from the use of the product. All right. All right, okay, we'll be working at getting the Facebook group. All right, okay. All right, once again, do have a lovely day out there. And always do let me know if you have any concerns, and I'll be sending out notifications soon for other trainings like this. All right, thank you, Lisbeth. Yeah, we are committed to this, and we'll continue holding hands. Of course, you are partners for investing into LifeSite. We take you for a partner, and we'll see how we can work together to get the most out of it. Thank you very much for giving up the time. Bye for now.